Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatabi of Allah coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I'm just doing a quick in-transit, on the way to the battlefield. But I just wanted to read this precept and Lord's Walk quote some more. But this is Isaiah 8:20, and it says, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." All right, and like the scriptures say in 1 Timothy, many shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits. This is what we're seeing. All right, there's a lot of false doctrines, there's a lot of false philosophies out there. Now, how do we measure to see if it's right? How do we measure if it's the actual 100% doctrine? Because if it's according to the law and to the testimony, all right? If it's according to what the scriptures say, all right? If it's according to the 100% truth, then we know that it is right, That's why the scriptures say, continue in what thou hast learned, and being assured of who you've learned from. All right, hey, our apostles and elders have labored to get this knowledge. And you could see, all right, if you're spiritual, you could see that Yahweh Bashmi Shai is dealing with these men, all right, dealing with our elders, dealing with our apostles, the bishops, all right. Now, they've labored to get this truth and taught it to us. Now, it takes a sense of accountability, responsibility to what? To, like the scriptures say, to study to show ourselves approved. It also says, we have to eat the roll, eat the whole roll, go and teach, give them warning from me. All right. Now, how are we able to teach? How are we able to give warnings and all these things if we know the truth, know what we're talking about? All right. We know what the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai is. Now, again, that takes a sense of studying. It takes a sense of accountability, looking into things, studying to show thyself approved, being like the church of Berea, all right? Asking questions if need be, going through the chain of command, going to your elders, because, hey, you might think you're getting a revelation, but it's totally off, all right? You got to, like the scriptures say, try the spirit by the spirit, all right? And there's a way to go about that, all right? There's a way to go through the proper chain of command to see, if that's right or if it's wrong. All right. But hey, the doctrine is here. The truth is here. And it's very simple. All right. The scriptures say the simplicity of Yahweh Shai. All right. There's not too much we got to do. All right. The scriptures say we have entered into other men's labors. All right. We just have to continue in the work. Now, again, what we see going on is people departing from the faith. And one of the main things they do is they come up with a bugged out doctrine, all right? And it's crazy because, you'll see them one week, everything's in line, in order. They're teaching, the 100% truth, and then all of a sudden they switch it, and it's a total different doctrine, showing you that they're giving heed to these seducing spirits, all right? And that's why it's again, like the scriptures say, continuing what we've learned. We learn to retain this truth. All right. We learn to attain this truth. All right. By way of what? By way of studying. Okay. By sticking to certain things, not going into all these different books. If you're not, if you don't have a full foundation, you're not supposed to be going into all these different philosophies. All right. Because that can bug you out. Same with books. There's a lot of different Bible translations out there that if you're not rooted, if you don't have that foundation, you can read a Bible translation. There's certain precepts in there that aren't of the Spirit, and they're going off. There's certain ways that certain scriptures are worded, in the different translations that is not right, And, primarily going into like the strangers and the Gentiles when when it's talking about, or, when it's likened unto salvation, those strangers are talking about the Israelite foreigners. There's a clear distinction between the Israelite foreigners and the natural born foreigners. You know, the Gentiles have no part of this. This truth is not for them, other than giving them their destiny of going into captivity. All right, being an inheritance for the nation of Israel. Okay, but you do have scattered Israelites that look like the other nations. That's where you have to be able to, you know, to discern. You know, but again, you know, we're seeing a lot of people departing and giving heed to these different doctrines, these different philosophies, and then in turn, what we can see that the light is not in them. All right, and I'll read this one more time. It's Isaiah 8:20. It says, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." All right, and you know, hey, the Lord is making that clear distinction because we're coming to the end of this thing. All right, and clear distinction of who is teaching His word and who is not, who is staying true to the word and who is not. You know. Now, since I quoted it, let me get this real quick. Like I said, it's an in transit, so I'm gonna, Lord's will, do this as safe as possible. You know. Let me see if this will come up like this. Yep. 2 Timothy 3, and you know what? Let me start at 13. It says, "But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived." And this is very apparent right now. You know, being at the end of this thing, we're seeing these evil men wax worse and worse. We're seeing them get all this different bugged out doctrine. Hey, you know, everybody can make it. Edomites can make it. You know, that's a doctrine that's being pushed right now. You know, being in the new covenant, that's a doctrine that's being pushed right now. When the scriptures specifically say, you know, hey, the new covenant won't be established until we're saved and we get those new bodies. All right. You see people, what is it, Nate, talking about Gog and Magog making a return after 1,000 years, you know, when the kingdom's already established. That's not scriptural, you know. Just a whole bunch of madness out there and people not continuing in the things they've learned. All right. But what is this showing? It's showing us that somebody has to fulfill those lot as these evil men. All right. It says, "But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived." All right. When you push this madness, when it's not according to the truth, what are you doing? You're deceiving. And if you believe the madness, you know, a certain thought comes into your mind, it's Satan. You're being deceived by Satan. All right. Satan simply means to be adversary. All right. So when you're going and you know, hey, you're doing your studies, best believe Satan is desiring to sift. Okay. So you got to match it up. And again, if you have questions, if you have any type of doubt, you know, it's okay to ask an elder brother, you know, an elder, you know, in your camp to see if this is right or if it's wrong. And you know, more often than not, you know, I should say through the Spirit, 10 out of 10 times, that brother will see that and be like, no, that's wrong, you know, and it happens. But to think that that's actual doctrine and then to push that to the hopeful elect, hey, you're putting blood on your hands because you're causing people to believe in something that's false. All right. You're deceiving. And we want to, especially being at the end of this thing, all right, salvation that much close, you know, right around the corner. We want to be on point, okay? On point, especially when it comes to the doctrine, because the doctrine in those who believe is how they're going to get out of here, all right? How they're going to be saved if they believe in the 100% doctrine, okay? They believe what Yahushua was saying. The testimony in the law, the testimony of Yahushua is what? The spirit of prophecy. Now, if you're going off on prophecy and you're saying it's one thing and it's another, hey, and that person takes and believes you and takes heed to what you're saying, that's blood on your hands. Okay? But it says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of. Continue in the doctrine. All right, there's a reason why the apostles, the bishops, and elders are continuing to preach the 100% truth. All right, they're still out there right now. Okay, now you think, these men being humble and putting their lives on the line and going out week in and week out, you think they have some type of deceit in their mind? All right, there's other groups out there, and we don't even have to name them, but you can see that they're all in it for filthy lucre's sake. You think that they're worried about if the doctrine is true when they're getting millions of dollars? All right, they have the reward on this side. But you can tell, all right, or you should be able to tell and discern which men are sincere, okay, and pushing the word sincerely. All right, and those men, if you don't know, are the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. All right, but it says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. All right, and this is what we're assured of. Okay, we're assured of this truth. We're assured that the MOTB is the Charagma, all right, the sea hip. Okay, we're assured that that Yahushua is coming, that there's about to be a World War III, that thermonuclear destruction is going to destroy this place, that only the elect will be saved. Okay, we're assured that there is a kingdom that's going to be established forever, and we hope to be a part of that governing body, those first fruits that establish it when Yahushua comes back. That's assured of. Okay, we're assured that these other nations are going into captivity. All right, and then yes, after a period of time, they'll go into their own land, but they're still going to be tributaries to the nation of Israel. All right, this is what we're assured of. Okay, we're assured that the true biblical Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and all those who stem from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, known as the Israelite foreigners. Okay, this is what we're assured of. But anything other, and that's just a few, just to name a few, but any other crazy doctrines that go off, that's not truth. All right, and they haven't came from the apostles, bishops, or elders. Okay, verse 15, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in the Mashiach Yahushua. All right, and that's what we want. Well, the Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. Okay, going into Jacob's trouble, understanding what that's about, understanding prophecy, so you're not bugging out, you're not making a hasty decision, understanding what the MOTB is, so when it comes out and it's fully implemented, we know not to take it. All right, believing in Yahushua, and he's going to make his return to take out the Edomite, to save the elected, and Lord's will, we're of that number. Okay, and this is what it's about. But again, if you see men, well, it says what, mark them. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see. Yep. What is this? Romans 16. Salak, bear with me real quick. Because when we see these men, all right, doing this, we have to avoid these men, all right? Yep. Romans 16:7 says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them. All right? And this is high level wisdom. Because again, we just read it, we're supposed to continue into those things that make us wise unto salvation. Okay? Believing in the doctrine of Yahushua. Okay? Now, when we see these people, we see these men that are preaching something contrary to the 100% truth, what do we have to do? We have to mark them. All right? We have to avoid them. You don't want to continue watching these people because, hey, that demon can sift you. The same one that sifted these men. All right? Avoid them. Verse 18, for they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, because those who serve Yahushua HaMashiach are going to continue in the 100% truth. All right? It says, but their own belly. And we mentioned that earlier. You know, when they, most likely it's these people that are preaching these crazy doctrines. What are they? They're making money. All right? They're doing it for clout, some type of status. All right? They're not worried. They're not, the point is they're not doing this in sincerity and in truth. All right? It says, for they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. All right? Yep. For your obedience is come abroad unto all men. I am glad, therefore, on your behalf. But yet I would have you wise unto that which is good, and simple concerning simple concerning evil. Okay, and that's the point. You know, we have to be wise unto what is good, and you know, that evilness, we gotta avoid it. All right, as best as possible, avoid it. Okay. But, you know, just a quick in transit. Like I said, Lord's will, this is edifying. I just wanted to hit the point, you know, that there's a lot of false doctrines, a lot of men departing from the faith. And, you know, the scriptures, you know, tell us how to stay on track. And now it's more important. It's very important to stay on track, okay? You know, these things will make us wise unto salvation through Yahushua HaMashiach, okay? Hey, once again, Lord's will, this is edifying. I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Al-Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, and Abba Baba.